Okay, I want to welcome everyone back to Driver the Wedge, a media platform created to enhance and grow the culture of golf because golf is not just a game, but it's a way of life. Joining us today, taking a walk down the fairway, is Mr. Dr. Al B. Quarles Jr., founder and owner of BuckaFogeys. Did I pronounce that correct, Al?
BuckaFogey Sports.
Fogey Sports, LLC. Al, how you doing today?
And I'm blessed and highly favored, my brother. I'm just living life, and we was busting it up before this podcast. It's good to talk to a brother, man.
Yes, it is, man. I've been looking forward to this. We've been communicated on a few occasions, trying to connect here. I just want to welcome you, tell you thank you for taking the time out. I know you extremely busy. You got a lot of coals in the fire. You're doing a lot of great things. So let's get our viewing audience and our listening audience on our platform opportunity to get to know you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, big fella.
Well, I recently relocated to Houston, Texas. I lived in Lake Conroe. Got away from some of the winter of the Philadelphia area where I was born and raised and moved around, but I'm initially from that area. I've been playing golf for a minute. I'm always working to try to get better. I do a lot of stuff. I'm an educator by um, training. I worked for the school district of Philadelphia for 20 years, and I retired when I moved here. And doing some adjunct work. I'm a professor for Villanova University, Gwynedd Mercy University. I'm doing some stuff for the Pennsylvania Department of Education. Some monitoring, some school districts for them. Kind of like a just working with them on the side, some a little part time. And I'm here. I got three children,
Mhm.
and I'm just kind of loving Texas right now, man. Trying to push my business and some other stuff that I'm doing. So I stay busy, man. I run
Okay,
trips.
I
I do
see
a lot of
that.
stuff.
I see that. We're gonna get into most of all of that. So how you enjoying the game? First, let me ask you. Since you moved down there, are you playing more golf?
Well,
About the same.
it's a crazy question, man, because when I first moved here, it was August and it was 105 degrees every day, and I
Ooh.
wasn't playing. I was telling my boys, they were like, "Dude, you left the winter because you couldn't play. Now you went to the summer and you can't play, right?" So my boys were clowning me back in Philly, but honestly, it's crazy. I got here, it was hot. And then I went and I ran a trip with the Black Golf Alliance. We went to Myrtle Beach in December. I had played a couple times before that, not a lot. And when I got down there, I played 4 days straight, and both my elbows were bad. I had tennis elbow on both elbows.
Ooh,
So I
wow.
recently, yeah, that was December. I recently played golf for the first time last weekend.
Okay. And what did that look like for you? Just
It was all right, man. I had some glimpses of greatness, but then
okay.
I blamed everything else on my elbows. So it was a good
Okay.
day,
You,
man.
you know when
A
it
lot
comes
of
to
friends
golf,
came in.
you know when it comes to golf, man, we find a reason for any bad shot, man. You know.
Absolutely, man. But it's I'm a bogey boy at heart, so I
Okay.
really know that bogey golf is good golf. I'm one of the
Okay.
original members of the Bogey Boys and the president now, and that's our philosophy underneath the fact that we all want to
Okay. Got you. Got you.
win.
So let us know. Let me ask you, how did you get into golf, the game of golf? What was your introduction?
My father was a old school golf hustler.
Oh,
He was a
okay.
he was a businessman. He was a Air Force master sergeant. He did a lot of stuff on the side. He had a lot of hustles, which where I get it honest.
Mhm.
And but he was a really good golfer. He was introduced fairly at an early age. He was born in 1926, but when he was in the Air Force, one of the senior ranking officers kind of
Mhm.
took a liking to my dad. And it was a weird time because they had just integrated the service, but
Mhm.
some senior officers took a liking and just, hey, come hit this golf club. And he got a bug from doing that. And then when he went home in Wilmington, Delaware, he started playing. So he was before his time. And then he got good, man. He got good. So when I was growing up, and he had his base moved to Pennsylvania. When I was growing up, I was trophies all over my basement and everything. So
Wow.
I wanted to play. He got me like a 5-iron. It was a female 5-iron. He probably found it on the course, but he gave it to me when I was about 9 or 10. And he would take me with him. He would just let me hit balls. He would walk 9 holes. He belonged to a local muni. And he would play on the weekend with his buddies and then would win money, come back and tell me these stories. But when I got to about 12, he stopped taking me. I learned later because that's what he had to pay for me. And my dad was cheap.
Oh, that's right.
But he planted a seed in me. So when I was in college, I was going to graduate, and my boss played. And I was like, I could play golf, you know what I mean? I played with my dad when I was a kid. And he took me out, and I was total trash. It was painful.
I have a story similar to that, man.
It was painful. And then, it was a little bit here and there. My boss at that time had gave me an old set of clubs and some metal spikes. And when I moved back home, my dad had got sick. I moved back home from, I was living in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I moved back home and helped take care of my dad. And my boys all started playing.
Okay.
So it was around the same time. I guess I was mid-30s. All my boys started playing, like mid to late 30s. All my boys started playing, and that's when I caught the bug.
Got you. And I was about to ask you that. That's a good segue into the next question. Do you subscribe to the golf bug? And then what did it look like for you in terms of knowing that you got bit by it?
That's a good question. I think that it's a passion, man. Like you always want to, dress the best, do the best, be the best. I remember I got played the first time. So I went out with my boys. We started playing. And I was at a mart. I was at a farmer's market, picked up some golf shoes for like $5. I thought I did something. And we get to the course. It's like the first time we really played as a crew. We get to the course, and I'm in the parking lot with these metal spikes going clink, 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 clink. And they were like, dude, what are you doing? And I bought my first pair of golf shoes that night.
Okay.
Soft spikes. I've been buying them ever since.
Wow. So you knew at that point that, you know what? I'm going to play this game. It's no turning back.
I went in.
I'm all in. Okay, I'm all in.
And my ex-wife hated it. I couldn't say the word God.
Wow.
I'm happily married and everything is great. Yeah. But yeah, that was a tough period in my life.
Yeah. Listen, Al, I got bit by it so bad where I stopped doing almost anything during sunlight. But what's ironic about it, my mom, bless her soul, she's still alive and still doing well. She used to say, because they would say, well, where he's at, where's the air? Oh, he's on the golf course. And they start complaining, like, my siblings, family members. I wasn't attending functions. I was just, all my mom had to say to him, she said, listen, there's a lot worse places you can be for 4 hours out of the day. Keep hitting that ball. She said, keep hitting that ball, baby.
Amen. Amen.
So I understand that. So let me ask you, how has the game benefited you?
Man, one of the beauties, and I had somebody say this to me the other day, they were like, dude, you really bring people together. One of the beauties of this game is the fellowship. You know what I mean? My Bogey Boys Mancation trip, we're coming up on number 19. It's the fellowship. It's the connection.
I'll be there.
It's the fraternity. It's the camaraderie. It's the network. It's the power that this game has to just take us to another level, man. And I think that's it for me. You know what I mean? I really enjoy that. I enjoy, having you now, so I know I go to New York, I'm good. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And you coming to me, and I'm gonna take care of you. We family.
Yep, that's so true. Like,
it's just times that by 1,000. You know what I mean? And so that's the blessing. The game really has blessed me in many ways. It's taken me to places, with my gifts. You know what I mean? But it's taken me to places that sometimes I don't even feel like I deserve to be there. It's just a blessing.
That's cool. That's good to know. Yeah. Name some of the places you've traveled and some of the courses that you played that you like to identify, like as far as the game taking.
That's good, man. That's good. That's a good question. I love Jamaica. I love playing Cinnamon Hill. It's probably my favorite course there. Some nice courses there. I played Moana Lani in I think that's how you pronounce it, on the Big Island in Hawaii, and that was mind blowing.
Mm.
I've played probably my favorite courses are here. I got some really in the United States, like in
Okay.
Williamsburg. It's like some of the best kept golf secrets. That's why my man Cation keeps going there. It's like
Okay.
Golden Horseshoe Gold course is stands out, and there's some really great courses down there.
Wow.
And where else? I've played so many courses. I've played definitely over 100 golf courses. I got
Wow.
well
Okay.
over 100 balls and racks.
Okay.
And I try to rank them, and it's hard because they're all unique
Yes.
and they all give you a little something different.
Mhm.
But I've played in Honduras. I played the Black Pearl in Roatan. It was a great course. I've played, in Mexico, Moon Palace and some other places. So yeah, I've played a lot of golf, man, and
Okay.
it's just really a blessing to have the new challenge and the,
Yes.
you know what I mean, and once you figure this thing out and you know that you're not really going to conquer it and you can have
Uh-huh.
fun,
You can have fun playing. Yep.
it's a whole takes you to another level.
Yeah, I have a goal, and I think I've shared this on another platform. Is my goal is to play in all 50 states.
Yeah, it'd be
I have
nice.
I have 27 so far, so I'm just looking to check boxes. Every chance I get, no matter where I go, if I'm driving, I got 4 vehicles, and you
Yeah.
ain't gonna believe this. I got a set of clubs in every car, in the trunk of every car. No exaggeration. I take them everywhere I go. If I'm staying
In
overnight,
my head. You
listen,
ready? You
Al,
ready?
if I'm staying overnight somewhere, I'm bringing my golf clubs because I'm going to play around that morning, even if it's one day somewhere.
You got the
Especially if
bug.
it's yeah, I do. But
You got
but
the
it's fun
bug,
though.
my brother.
It's fun though, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you. Name one thing you know now that you wish you knew when you first started playing.
About the game of golf?
Yes.
Um, that's a good question, man. I think that I would stay in better shape. I think I would have stayed in better shape. It was
Mm,
kind of a weak answer because, I didn't have a better one. That's a good question. I think that I came into the game slowly and kind of organically. So it kind of evolved as I evolved. So I can't
okay.
really think of anything that stands out that I really wish I would have known different. I learned early that, even people who look like they can play can't, so don't be intimidated.
Okay.
I
That's
learned,
true. I like
you
that.
know,
Mhm.
I learned that just beating my boy is good enough. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I could
Okay.
win a couple of dollars and play terribly. You know what I mean? Like, I keep it simple, man. I really do. But
Okay.
that's a good question.
So if I had to surmise what you're saying is just understanding that being humble, learning to have fun, and just enjoy yourself and that with every opportunity you got.
Amen.
Yeah.
Maximize long walks in the short grass. I've lost
Oh, I
so
like
many of
that.
my golfing families. Usually we'll
Oh,
send like a something to the service of someone we've lost in our crew, the Bogey Boys. This year's named after Anthony T. Womack, Dr. Anthony T. Womack, Wojam. So this mancation, we're gonna have Wojam on our shirt. So I say that to say long walks in the short grass, you gotta
yep.
maximize those experiences. Enjoy every one of those unique
Enjoy
rounds, because
every one of them, huh?
enjoy
I like the
every
way you
one of
put
them.
that. You said long walks in the short grass.
Long walks in the short grass. That's the thing I send out. It's like a from the Bogey Boys. I forget the name of it. Like an acknowledgement that can be read
Yes.
at the service, or we give to the family of those we lost.
Mm-hmm.
It just talks about long walks in the short grass, and just know that your loved one has taken several of those,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna be okay.
I like that. I like that concept, man. I really do. Um, tell us a profound or funny story. I like to call it hood golf segment. A profound or funny story that you can recall that took place on the golf course that even to this day you scratch your head, you still laugh about it, couldn't believe it happened.
That is a good question,
Because we all
and I
got some
know I
hood
got a
golf in
whole
us.
bunch of them, but you caught me off guard.
We all got some
Um,
hood golf in us, man.
we do, we do. We think funny stories. It's always funny stuff happening on the golf course. Oh my gosh, let me think of a funny story. Hmm. I don't know, man. I've seen so much stuff. You know what? You caught me, man. I
Okay.
very seldomly a lot, and I have 1,000 of these funny stories. I remember my boy one time, and this ain't funny because I'm thinking this ain't funny though. I remember one time my boy got hit with a golf ball and
Ooh,
thought he turned around ready to fight. He just knew somebody hit him. You
for
know what I
real.
mean? He was cussing. Everyone was like, "No, man," you know what I mean? He was like, "Yo, who hit me?" You know what I mean? That's not
I,
really funny, man, but
I got a story. You know how the golf bag has the shoulder strap? You put it on. You
yes,
put it
yes.
on. I got a guy that I seen put on the golf bag. And you would think you just put it on like it's a regular book bag. You
Right.
strap it. Guy had the golf bag on the front. walking down the course, holding the front of it like this, because his arms,
Straddling it.
his head, the clubs is bouncing on his head. But he was a new golfer, really didn't know how.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, man, you just gotta let your eyes be your guide. Do you see
Oh my
anyone else?
gosh.
You know,
I did. You know what? You just made me think. I remember a funny story. I mean, this isn't funny either, but it was funny to us. I remember my boy Bill Prince. We was playing in Williamsburg, and he hit the ball, and the ball went across the lake and hit a geese in the sides, and we were like, "Ooh!" And the geese stood up, walked, and took a stumble, walked, and took a stumble, walked, and took. And we cried. It was the funniest thing. I mean, I love animals. It
uh-huh.
just he
Yeah.
looked over, Geese looked over as if to say, "Man, you big." We just laughed.
All this space out here, you hit me.
All this space out here, you hit me. And the geese was all
Wow.
right. The goose was all right. But he got up, took 3 steps, took a stumble, got up. Oh,
Barely
I don't
making it.
know. That wasn't funny, but we cried.
Nah, that was. So let me ask you now. Any advice or recommendation for a new golfer?
Take lessons.
Mm,
Don't listen to your buddies. I mean, take small advice if it makes sense, but take it with a grain of salt. Take professional lessons because I think practice makes permanent more than it makes perfect. Perfect, and
yep.
I think that you're permanently giving yourself bad habits. So start right, and then
Yes.
set up, grip, the basics, swing plane, and then,
Mm-hmm.
tinker with it. You know what I mean? So, but I'd start out right and go to the range before you go to the course because
Mm,
I went out
mm,
on the course with people for the first or second time, like I said earlier, and it was painful.
mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
was really painful for
Yes.
them, like it was painful for me the time I did it. So you can't just go to a course and play 18 holes if you've never played.
Gotcha. And this is even, and it's ironic that you say this because you did have some exposure via your dad. At
Yes,
least he did put a club in your hand. We
yes,
got some of our, and I use
yes,
this analogy a lot. There's no golf
yes,
courses on Martin Luther King Boulevard. So a
yes.
lot of times
Right.
we become late to the game
Yes.
in our mid-20s, after high school, after
Yeah.
college,
Yeah.
meet a co-worker somewhere. We're already professional, established people. And so you can only imagine when you just becoming exposed to it, where your game is at or where it's not
I
at
get
that
it. I
particular
knew how
point.
to hold the club. I knew how to swing the club. I understood the game. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I knew the etiquette of the game.
Yeah.
You're right. So if you don't know any of that, take a lesson, ask questions, go to the range, get loose. Don't buy some. If you think you're going to get the bug, do not buy some cheap off the rack clubs because you will never. You'll be embarrassed in two
Yes.
months that you got these clubs and you'll want better technology. So you're
Yep.
better off buying a used set of good clubs,
Mm-hmm.
to see if you like it than to buy a new set of some knockoff clubs.
I'm a big proponent. If the best golfer, in my opinion, to ever play the game when asked what is the recommendation he would give to every beginning new golfer, if he say get fitted, then, then who am I to go against him? Because he said good. So in other words, get fitted and get good quality clubs.
Yeah,
To the best of your
yeah.
ability. So
Especially since 90% of it is mental. I mean, you
yes,
got to look down at your club and feel confident that this is a good club.
that is true. That is 100% true. All right, Al, so let me ask you. Let's get into your organization, your brand, your company. Some of the things that you in. I know you are the founder and owner of BuckaFogeys. Help me pronounce it again.
It's BuckaFogeys Sports.
BuckaFogeys Sports. Okay, let's talk about that.
All right. So in June of 2020, I launched BuckaFogeys Sports as an apparel company who also runs golf trips, and we do consulting work and things like that. So we are currently mainly online.
Okay.
BuckaFogeys Sports is, we have of course our website, but we're in a few PGA Tour superstores and at a couple golf courses, and just working on partnerships. We've been to the PGA show, we've done a lot of our due diligence. We really feel as though we're at a point now where our product is able to be matched against any of the top golf apparel companies. So
Okay.
we're feeling really good about that. But we're growing, man. I'm growing it organically. My motto is we all we got. So I'm doing my best to bring people along with me, mentor other business owners, join coalitions and networks. I'm one of the co-founders of the Black Golf Alliance on Facebook. We have over 8,000 members now.
Okay.
I run the Bogey Boys organization. It's really about networking and things. So under the umbrella of BuckaFogeys Sports, I have certain organizations, but then I'm attached to like the Alliance and other organizations. I am, BuckaFogeys Sports, which is my brand representing me. We also are on the scholarship committee for the Dr. Charlie Sifford Scholarship, which is, a wonderful opportunity. We've done the Sifford jersey, baseball jersey is now out on our website.
Right over my shoulder.
Up on your bam. We've done the Sifford Centennial hat. We work closely with the family, which is a blessing. We're on the scholarship committee, as I mentioned. We're with the Make Golf Your Thing organization. So I'm also one of the reviewers for the scholarship. For the grant applications under Make Golf Your Thing, which is a USGA PGA initiative to, help fund and support grassroots golf programs. So I'm part of that. Next week on Tuesday, I'm going to be with folks in that organization. We're going to be at Texas Southern University. So we get to have breakfast with the president, talk to some students, some golf students, and they're going to cut the ribbon on their indoor golf facility, which is a wonderful thing. And Black Golf Alliance actually a few years ago helped raise $7,500 for that facility. So it's good. I'm not representing the Alliance, but I will be. I was asked to come as BuckaFogeys Sports. So we're doing a lot, man. We are really trying to find our way in the industry. We're trying to figure out what makes the best sense for us. Is it online? Is it in stores? Is it, what? So it's growing organically, man. And my thing is, if I continue to make partnerships and build our network, continue to support people. We're supporting a lot of young junior golfers and just people who are coming up and working with their fans, getting to know them and seeing how we can help. And, so it's going to pan out, man. I figure if you treat people right and you do the right things and, it's ultimately you'll be blessed, because you have to be blessed to be a blessing.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. So
I try to bless people.
Yep. Give us your contact information, how to get in contact. How can orders be placed?
Absolutely.
Let's try to get this information so we can support the brand and the movement the best we can, because as you said, all we got is us. And we could be a difficult us could be a difficult entity to deal with at times.
I got a t-shirt on the website. It says we all we got.
We all we got. Okay.
T-shirt, check it out. But we're at BuckaFogeys Sports. is www.BuckaFogeys.com.
Okay.
Email is BuckaFogeys@gmail.com. And it's spelled BuckaFogeys, BuckaFogey, which is a
Yes.
spoonerism. It's a play on words. We could talk about that in another interview. But it's really
I,
about being tenacious,
I
focused,
was
and
going to
driven.
ask that question.
I mean, it's really about being tenacious, focused, and driven. I
Okay.
mean, if you
Tenacious,
play with
focused,
the
and driven.
words, a lot of people are like, oh, his name is. But
Yeah.
the reality is, it's not about being vulgar or, coming, from the left. It's about being focused. I told you I'm a bogey boy at heart, but, I want to score. So,
Oh, I got
so
it
it's Bucka
now.
Fogey.
I got it now. I see
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know,
it.
you won't even think about it in 2 weeks. You'll be like, that's BuckaFogeys. Right now,
Yeah.
you're like,
I got it now.
we're on Facebook, Instagram, BuckaFogey Golf on Instagram. We're on Facebook, BuckaFogey Sports. I have a
Hmm.
personal page, Black Golf Alliance Forum on Facebook.
Yes.
Join the forum, and Bogey Boys Golf on Facebook. So I'm all over the place,
Okay.
man. I'm on the internet, and it's not hard to find me. Google me.
I know it seemed like if you ain't sleep, you moving. You got something that you a part of. I can only imagine what your phone it looks like, man. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, man, you got a lot going on, man. But hey,
You got to grind, man. You got to
100%,
grind.
that is
I'm
true, man.
working
It's
like
heavy as
nobody
the
else now, so I can work like nobody else later, right?
it's heavy as the head that wears the crown, huh? That's what
Absolutely.
it said. I really appreciate that. All right, so remember everyone, our audience, you listen is BuckaFogey Golf, BuckaFogey.com, BuckaFogey Sports LLC on all the platforms. Look on Facebook, all the social media. Go to the website, support the brand. And you're gonna hear me say this day in and day out. You gotta support the brand. And it's about if you can go do anything else and pay ticket price, pay sticker price, you can support BuckaFogey and pay the price that the merchandise costs. We always
Yeah,
looking for
and
we
the
always
price
looking
is
for a deal.
and the price is a deal. And
Yes.
I put my stuff up against anybody, and I always take care of folks. My
Okay.
material can't be matched. The hat, I mean, check
Yes.
us out. Look at the zipper
Yes.
jersey behind the brother. I mean,
Yep. That's
I'm
right.
not bragging. I'm just
That's right.
saying it's something that we can be proud of.
I can't wait to wear it. I got a pair of shoes that I'm gonna put just for the out. It's just that it's 27 degrees and sleeting and snowing in the capital district of New York right now. So golf ain't even start yet. Man, they tried to open up some courses and then now they closed them back again because of the weather. But hey, all right, we're gonna transition into a segment that I call rapid fire. Okay.
All right.
No, we're not done yet. We got a couple more minutes. All right.
Okay. Okay. I'm
All
good.
right,
I'm here. You
rapid
got me.
fire. So with rapid fire, I'm gonna ask you a question, give you two options. You got to choose one or the other, depending on the situation. I'm gonna say press play, and that means go ahead and expand on why you chose that one.
All right.
All right. So of course, we start with the name of the podcast is called Driver to Wedge. I always say that's every golfer's goal is to go from the driver to the wedge. Anything else in between, that means you're just adding strokes. So okay, driver or wedge, and you
Oh,
had to choose.
driver.
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 Okay. Ride or walk?
Ride. Definitely.
Right. Okay. Practice or play?
Play.
Okay.
Practice.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm from
When
Philly, Allen Iverson.
Okay, I respect that. When watching the game on television or at an event, do you prefer to watch men or women golf?
Women.
Okay. Press play. Why?
I've been to more women tournaments. I usually volunteer at men tournaments, but I've been to more women tournaments, and a lot of them are cute.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, they can play. It's just fun to watch.
Okay. Um, on a in a round of golf, 18 holes. While you playing, would you prefer a consistent driver 250, 270 down the fairway on drivable holes? We always say we driving at 300, but statistics show that the average golf amateurs is anywhere around 215 to 225. But
Yeah.
we say we driving the 300. So would you take a consistent 250 down the middle, or to make every 10 to 12 foot putt?
Every 10 to 12 foot putt.
Okay, all right. Shorts or pants?
Shorts.
Okay. What is your dream foursome?
Living or dead or anybody.
It's up to you.
I would love to play with my dad, Tiger Woods, and Charlie Sifford.
Okay. All right. This is the last one. A dominant player or competitive field?
Competitive field.
Press play. Why?
I like competition. I try to set arenas. So all the stuff I do, the mancations and all the trips, even the charity events, I try to set a competitive arena because I want to win.
Okay. So you'll be the dominant player in the competitive field.
I set up events how I would want them to be for me. Which is
Okay.
why I think they're so successful. You know, I stay where the places I want to stay. I'm not trying to. I buy the trophy I would want to win. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I do
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So I think that because I'm a competitor.
Yes.
So yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So Al, I'm first of all, you earned it, so I got to give it to you, Dr. Al. I'm always put that handle on that coffee cup. I believe in giving people what they
I'm still
earn.
Al. Some people call me Alfie.
I'm gonna call you Dr. Al because you earned it, and I have a great appreciation for higher education beyond, because I think that's our way out. No matter what we do, the more we know, the better chances we got of succeeding. So I'm gonna put that handle on that coffee cup. Anything else you want to share before we conclude? Anything you want to promote? You want to sponsor? I mean, you want to let our viewing audience and listening audience know on our platform?
I'll just say continue to support the platform. I really believe
Okay.
we all we got. I think that you are really on to something. Getting to know you a little bit over the
Yeah.
last few. I know this is going to be a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just ask people to continue to check us out.
Okay.
We're a black-owned company,
Mm-hmm.
but I think at the same time, it's a black-owned company that black folks will be proud of, and
Yes.
everybody else will appreciate as well. Based on the fact that we put out a quality product. So just check us out, give us a try. And I think that we'll exceed your expectations. I try to under promise and overproduce, and I'm saying a lot. So I'm really going to try to give you the best me, the best product possible.
And listen, and I can attest to that. So everyone who's listening, now I got bit by the golf bug. I got bit. I've always was a fashion person. I owned and operated a retail store, men's clothing store for many years in my area. So you listen to someone who has hundreds of golf shirts, hundreds of golf hats, hundreds of golf shoes. No exaggeration. And when I ordered from BuckaFogeys and got the quality, got my packaging, it trumped a lot of the stuff that I had from other big name endorsers, big name brands. I was very satisfied with the material, very satisfied with the quality, even more impressed with the rate of delivery. It got to me faster than if I went to the mall, to be honest with you. It was packaged well, it came on time. The quality of the material was good, and so I'm sold, and I'm gonna do my best to support and push the brand. As you see, I got a Charlie Sifford shirt behind me. It's been the backdrop of all my videos that I put out since it came to my residence. Communicated with you. You gave me the thumbs up, so we're gonna keep it. And so let's support them. Let's continue to push the needle forward, and do what we need to do as a people, as a community, and as a culture to uplift, grow, and enhance the brand, the organization, the movement, man. Okay, Al?
Appreciate you. Absolutely, man.
So
appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, appreciate you. But before we go, I want to thank everyone for sharing in this experience to grow our golf culture. I humbly ask that if you like and benefit from Driver the Wedge content, that you subscribe, like, and share. I sign off by saying, if you want to get better at golf, let's get better in life. Dr. Al, thank you so very much. Really appreciate you taking the time out, because you are a busy man, to bless us with your knowledge, your experience, as it relates to golf and the community work that you do, man, as well as your brand.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Okay.
Much love.
Much love and much appreciated, man.